Dr. John Allman. I'm a full-time GP, member of the Irish Doctors for the Environment and the ICGP Sustainability Group. And my interest is probably sustainable diet. So I wanted to give you just a simple tip on how do we raise our game in terms of planetary health and the food choices we make. We know that in terms of emissions, the biggest emitter in terms of the food supply chain is red meat. We know that we probably don't eat enough plant-based foods, and plant-based foods would have 10 to 50% less emissions than red meat, according to Oxford's Our World in Data. So what I would tend to recommend patients is if they could decrease their red meat, even to white meat or fish is going to be a gain in terms of emissions and health. And I usually motivate them by saying it's less saturated fat, and less cholesterol, which would be beneficial for their health. But sometimes I'll push them to say, if we go even further, if we move to beans, legumes, pulses, then what we're going to do is we're going to get more fiber, good quality vegetable protein, and less saturated fat. And I probably do this in a practical way. I'll say, even if your lunch it changes from a ham and cheese sandwich to baked beans on whole grain toast, that's a gain for health and for the environment. Or could you do something simple like add in a tin of kidney beans into your bolognese? So each spoonful is going to be less meat, less saturated fat, and more plant-based protein, which is beneficial. I might even say, could you add chickpeas into our curry? So cheapest chips, very low emissions, added health benefit. And probably for another gain, I would probably encourage them to have it as a default. If their Tuesday becomes Mexican bean stew Tuesday, or Thursday's their chickpea curry, then that's beneficial. But even if they could add in a tin of cannellini beans or butter beans into a soup, roasted chickpeas in a salad, all these is a gain. And it's a double gain because it's a gain in terms of health benefit and a gain in terms of the planet. And if it becomes a default, then it's effortless. And they tend to rub off in terms of encouraging other people to do the same. So that's my tip regarding sustainable diets.